everybody, welcome to another episode of Man Cave. Let's get into it. Today's episode is about niggas. We talking about niggas and the word nigga. On today's episode, I got my mans over here, Dion, aka Black Professor X.
There you go.
Aka Kenny Lattimore. My nigga is on here to talk about the niggas. Okay, so this is how we're gonna start. Today's episode is about the niggas. We talking about who can say the word nigga, who is okay with people who say the word nigga. Is it okay to say the word nigga? What is the point in the word nigga as opposed to the word nigger? So let's get into it. Now,
this is how we starting off Black History Month.
Okay. We starting off Black History Month with the niggas. So, okay, so here's my thing. Me personally, now, anybody that wants to argue this with me, go ahead and feel free to, make comments in the comments. We can go back and forth with it. But just me personally, I do not have a problem with people who are not black using the word nigga, only because I feel like it's all about the context and it's all about the energy. Now, by that, I'm gonna say, I got some homeboys back in California. Better yet, I got some niggas back in California that are white. And a lot of these niggas are more nigga than some of the niggas I know. So when they come up to me and be like, what's up, my nigga? Like, there is nothing in me that even thinks for a second, like, nigga, what you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be saying that shit. Like, this nigga is my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He grew up in the hood. He know everybody. We know this nigga. He ride for niggas. You know what I'm saying? He be one of the first ones that'll pull up when some shit go down. So it's like, it doesn't bother me when he uses the term because I feel like he himself is a nigga and you really can't tell a nigga he can't say nigga. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I understand that it's like, if you're not black, you're not supposed to use the word. Or are you? Because the thing is, the word nigger is a bad word. But black people decided to change the word in order to take power from it, basically, to be like, y'all not going to use this word against us in a bad way. We going to take it, we going to make it something good. And now when the word is heard, it's supposed to not cut as deep. But I feel like if you're going to change the word and make it a good word and say, no, nigga now means homeboy, but then tell a bunch of people that they can't use the word, you basically kind of just giving that negative power back to the word. You know, like the whole point in nigga was supposed to take away the power from the shit and then be like, the word doesn't mean what it meant anymore. Now, in the new dictionary, it means homeboy, it means partner, companion, or whatever. But then to be like, yeah, this is what it means now, but if you white, you can't say that shit because... You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, now you still just making it a bad word. It ain't supposed to be a bad word. It's supposed to be homeboy. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that, Professor?
I feel like, okay, I had a lot of thoughts while you was talking. So first of all, when you say that some white people are more niggas than, black people, what does that mean? What do you mean by when you say they're more niggas? Like, how do you associate that with?
I'm saying okay, if nigga's supposed to mean homeboy, then I would say like more homeboy than some of the homeboys that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if something go down and I was to make a phone call and be like, hey, I have a problem with some people, I need my niggas to pull up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It would be a lot of my white niggas that would be the first ones there when other niggas would be like, oh yeah, bet, you know what I'm saying, I'll be through there, or be, having like some kind of, oh yeah, I got your back, but let me, you know what I mean? It ain't like a, what? Where you at?
Right.
What happened? What? I'm there, you know what I'm saying? So that's like what I mean by more nigga, you know what I'm saying? And just like, growing up in the hood, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be tough. Niggas is tough, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, a lot of these motherfucking white boys that I know was the type of niggas where other niggas would be like, don't fuck with that nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga ain't the one, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
And so my thing is, I guess it's all about if you're comfortable with it, then it's fine. But I feel like a lot of times when they get comfortable saying that stuff with one black person, they say it to another black person who's not comfortable with it, and then it's just a whole mess right there. And then they get a little bit too comfortable, and then they acting like, you know, they're one of us. But when it's time to be one of us, like if a cop pulls us over, they don't be acting like that.
And that
so
is very
I feel
true.
like that's just, I just feel like they shouldn't say it. Because it's like associated with black folks. Like you said, they took it, the ER, and made it GA at the end. So that way it's taking power from it. And they also doing that because it was for black folks. Like, can we keep something for once? It feel like every time we come up with something, another culture want to take it, and then like say like on social media, like some of these influencers, they be taking from black culture, but they don't give credit to black culture, and so they end up reaping the benefits of it. As far as, but us, we're still struggling to make it big. We're still struggling to get that same impact because we don't get credit for the work that we do. So when we have a nigga, it's for us black folks, not for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like they shouldn't say it. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like I said, they get a little bit too comfortable with it and they go a step above that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like they should say that at all. But again, if you feel that you know your people that's close around you, you feel like they wouldn't get out of hand with it, and they'll feel like if they meet another black person, they wouldn't just automatically assume, okay, I can say this word, then yeah, that's fine. But like if you don't know the person and you see that they saying the nigga word, I don't care, nigga, nig, whatever, don't say that around, you know, certain black folks. Just
right.
say that.
I would definitely say gauge the room.
Yeah.
You know, because you can tell which niggas is militant than a motherfucker, and they'll be like, nah, nigga, you know what I mean?
Even then, but it's like, even if I was in a crowd full of black or mixed people, and you, my homeboy, I'm used to calling you the N-word, I'm white. I'm still not gonna be like, oh, what's up, nigga, across the room, you know what I'm saying? Cause you still don't know, even though it might be like a party or something.
Exactly. Yeah, because like I will say, one thing that I did notice is like my white homeboys back in Cali, like say for instance, if me and one of them was to get into it, you know what I'm saying, and be like, what you saying, woo, woo, you know, we arguing about something, the nigga word never comes out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you are directly arguing with one of your partners, and then also somebody that's black, and he basically wants me to know, like, yeah, we having an argument, but I'm not finna go there because I don't want you to really feel like
it's
this
really,
is, you know what I'm saying, what it is. When it's like we can just fucking argue this out, we can box it out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he not gonna go there with it. You know, because it's in the heat, you know what I'm saying? But it's like just on some regular shit. Oh, what's up, my nigga? Dude, we going to hang with the niggas, you know what I'm saying? Then that shit ain't nothing. But it's like if we in an argument, then I'm just, you know, a bitch ass. I'm a motherfucker. I'm everything but a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there is a respect to it. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about too is like, well, obviously I know why people have such a huge problem with white people using the word, but how come people don't say as much about when Hispanics use the word? Because I know some motherfucking Mexicans who fucking say nigga more than niggas do. Because like they be niggaing up a storm, and I just be like
they feel like because they're minorities as well, they feel like, oh, it's closer ties than if a white person says it.
Right.
You got a lot of racist Mexicans as well, Hispanics and stuff as well. Like a lot of them don't even, like Dominicans, they don't even claim that they're black. They claim that they're I'm Latina or something like that. They don't even claim the Afro-Latina part of them. So to me it's the same. Like I don't care if you're a minority as well.
Because we all from Africa.
Yeah, so I don't feel like it's a minority. I mean, I don't feel like, to me, I feel like nobody who's not black should say, I don't care. I mean, unless, like, again, you know that person, you know they won't get out of hand with it. They only say it around you, but I feel like no, because it's race.
Yeah, because I feel like it's also, like, the media and music and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, for instance, I've noticed, like, when it comes to, like, school and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids who are not black hang around black kids who have black family and like older people at home who say nigga all the time. So then you got these little kids like 5 years old at school like, my nigga, what's up, my nigga, woo, woo. And then it's like, now your little white homies is saying this shit, you know, little Asian homies are saying it, little Mexican homies are saying this shit, because nobody at this time truly knows the other aspect to it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is just like, it means homeboy. You know what I mean? And then it's like these Spanish kids and white kids be using the word nigga all the way up till like 10, 11 years old. And then that's when you hit middle school, and then they want to be like, oh, now we're going to talk black history, and we're going to tell you you can't say nigga, and you know, this is what happened in slavery, and da-da-da-da. So it's almost like some of these kids have already been programmed to use the word, and then get told that they can't use it, and now it's like hard for them, because it's like, well, damn, like, I didn't know. And then they start thinking like, well, I've been using it this whole time and my friends never said nothing to me. And then it's like, sometimes the friends will just be like, oh, well, we know you ain't like that, so continue to use it. Or is it the type of situation to where it's like, these kids that you was best friends with all the way up until this time have now been told that they can't be best friends with you, and you ain't supposed to be talking like that. And now you go around your friends like, oh, what's up, my nigga? And it's like, don't be calling me no nigga. You know y'all ain't supposed to say that. And woo. And now it's like, you know, that whole little childhood friendship has kind of been broken apart, because now you know what I'm saying, like the difference or the good and bad of it, when it's like at first it was just what it was for everybody, which is homie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that negative power has been given back to the word. You know what I'm saying? It was a positive word this whole time, and now somebody go, hey, just so you know, you ain't supposed to be saying that shit.
I don't think it's like that. First, if the parents are saying that around the young kids, then that's on the parents. That's the parents' problem. They shouldn't be doing that. But I feel like if you grew up and you heard the word, and then when you was little, but then you grew up and you find out that that's where it means this and that, I don't think a friendship should be broken up over one word. I mean, because I don't think it's just that big of a problem. I mean, if I grew up, because I'm little too, so I'm hearing the word just as much as you are. So I'm thinking, okay, it means this and means that. But I grew up too,
and I learned all the music. You know what I'm saying?
And I grew up and I'm listening. I'm hearing about it in the school, like where this came from. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like you saying that no more. You as a friend should be like, okay, I understand that. I ain't gonna say that no more. It shouldn't be, oh, we're not friends no more because I can't say that one word.
Right.
It's not giving negative power back to it. It's just like, I just don't feel comfortable. If I don't feel comfortable about something, you as a friend should know that. Don't say it. And then if I won't say it around you, you know what I'm saying? So it should be like a give and take type of thing. So I don't think it's a big deal, because I feel like if you do break up, then you're giving power back to the word. But if you can stay like friends because you understand each other where we're coming from, then you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's giving
because
power
it's like, you know, it's also the people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, say you're at a concert or something like that, and you run into Eminem, you know what I'm saying? And you like, oh shit, it's fucking Eminem, like, what's up? And then he turn and look at you and be like, oh, what's up, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you be like, you know what I'm saying? Or is it like, nigga, it's him? You know what I mean? Like, he turned to me and be like, what's up, my nigga? I'd be like, what's up, my nigga? Nigga.
That just depends on the person, because they feel like, I mean, it just depends on the person, actually, because if Eminem was cool enough to say that, I mean, I guess he's famous, so he really don't care about the backlash too much anyways. But if it's somebody regular, then it'd be a different story. But if Eminem is saying that, he hangs around a lot of black people. His music is inspired from black culture. So I'm saying, so a lot of black people in the industry, they give people like that passage. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he feels comfortable enough to say that. But I mean, some white people, just because you say that, just because Eminem was white, he said that to another white person. That white person might feel a type of way, like what? Or at the same time, it's because he's famous. I'm starstruck. I'm meeting my celebrity. I'm not really paying attention to that word right now. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna dap him up. So it just depends on the person and the situation. And again, like, he's a celebrity, so it's gonna be a different thing. If I'm white, but I really don't like when people say that word, I'm gonna be like, oh, I ain't really hear that word or something like that. And I'm meeting my celebrity, you know, I'm about to get an autograph. He's right there, so I mean, you know, because I know I don't like the word. I'm like,
if he said that to me, you know, it would just be an immediately, you know, what's up, my nigga? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I mean, look at Eminem. Eminem's a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, besides the fact that he's the greatest white rapper of all time, you know what I'm saying? Eminem is, for real, a nigga. Eminem came from the hood. That nigga grew up in the trailer park. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga pulled himself up by his bootstraps. That nigga got baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga's a nigga. You know what I mean? So it's like, that wouldn't bother me. Or like, if I ran into motherfucking Post Malone, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, what's up, my nigga? Like,
but I know Post Malone, he wouldn't say that, because I can just tell Post Malone.
Eminem wouldn't say it neither. Eminem has never used the word. But at the same time, it's like, you one of the people who probably could get a pass. Like, most niggas would just be like, what's up, my nigga? And wouldn't even trip on that shit.
Yeah, a lot of like you said in the industry, a lot of black people give passes to these white people and stuff like that. Mostly because I guess white people has more power than black people, especially in the industry, you know what I'm saying? So they'll give them passes, especially if they feel like it's no big deal. But again, that just depends on the person. So don't disrespect me if I say don't use that word in front of me. But don't make it a big deal at the same time, because I'm saying I don't feel comfortable, you know, you saying that. But you shouldn't be like, oh, why can't I say it? You know, you say it all the time. And I say it. That don't mean that you have to say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I just, yeah.
See, and I like that too, because I do also feel like if you are around a person that's not black and they using the word nigga, but this is not somebody that's like, you know, I'm Buck from accounting. What's up, my nigga? You know what I mean? Like, this is somebody that you looking at and you saying to yourself, okay, this nigga using the word nigga because you know what I'm saying? You in our culture, you like that. You know what I mean? I feel like if they was using the word and you're somebody who's uncomfortable with it, rather than being like, nigga, what the fuck you using the word? You know what I'm saying? You could just be like, hey, bro, check it out. Like, I'm not really feeling the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you normally say that, you know what I'm saying? But just right now, you know what I'm saying? That's not, and then the nigga just, oh, no, that's cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you going about the conversation and you're not using this shit no more. You know what I mean? But I feel like when we fly off the handle every time, then it's just making it to where it's gonna be something that ain't gonna never go away. It's like, if you really want the shit to go away, then it's like we have to take some kind of, you know, just like pull at it a little bit and be like, okay, we gotta make some different kind of guidelines on this shit, you know what I'm saying? Just so that, because I honestly feel like this ain't gonna never happen, but I honestly feel like the only way for the word nigga to go away and really lose its power is if everybody used it. You know what I'm saying? Because then it truly would be something that would just kind of disappear, because now it really just mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could just fucking even just take the other word completely out of the dictionary and be like, nigga means companion, homeboy, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then it's like everybody's fucking using the shit. And now because everybody's using it, when people hear it, you don't immediately get offended, because this is something where it's like, the whole world's been using it, your whole life everybody's been using it, you know what I'm saying? You know the background of, like, you know, slavery and different shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But they actually tell you when they're doing like Black History Month in school that the word is changed. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people don't do that. They just be like, nigga's a bad word, but they don't tell you like, nigger is a bad word. White people made this word in order to call black people ignorant and but at this year or time or whatever, black people decided to take the word and take off the ER and just put an A and then make it into something else, and now it means this. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like there will also be like situations that maybe if somebody did get mad when they heard somebody else saying the shit, that the person could be like, I didn't call you a nigger, I said nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we all know that that's a different word. I wasn't trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they can kind of explain themselves a little bit better, because this other person is like upset about it, but not. I feel like a lot of us, you know, hear the word and just immediately be like, nigga, what? You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, you just, there it is. There's that power
that's mostly
being put right into the word, you know what I mean? And then it's just like, it just ain't gonna never fucking go no. It's gonna be year 3000 and people still gonna be like, oh, you call me no nigga, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, just let that shit fucking.
Because when it comes from like a white person, it still seems like you still saying the ER word, but because we saying the GA word, people feel like, oh, okay, then it's less racist by saying the nigga instead of nigger. I feel like a lot from coming from white people, especially, it still feels like the same impact. I know what you saying, like that's giving power back to the word, but like I said, a lot of people just feel comfortable with it around too many people that aren't comfortable with them saying it, and so it's just like this big thing. Like I just don't know.
Right. Yeah, because like I'm not saying that I wouldn't get offended by the word,
right,
but I'm saying like it's the energy.
Yeah, you don't have to get off.
If somebody's like, "What's up, my nigga?" and the energy, you know, because it's like your energy is basically gonna answer the question for you. Somebody come up and be like, "What's up, my nigga?" and they not black, and it's like you immediately turn around and be like, "Oh, what's up, my nigga?" You read that energy. That nigga did not mean nothing other than "what up, my dog." You know what I'm saying? But somebody come around and be like, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" and then you kind of be like, "Okay, my nigga, I wasn't feeling the way you said that shit. Let's not do that." You know what I'm saying? Because I can read your energy, and you're the type of person that's like, "Hey, it's okay to say it, let me say it," but still in the back of your head, you kind of like, "Nigger," you know what I mean? So it's like, you'll feel that shit when they say that shit, and then you just be like, "I didn't like that."
Right, exactly. That's true too.
You don't get to say it.
It's all about,
so for some reason, the way you say that shit make me want to punch you in the mouth,
right,
my nigga.
Exactly.
So
exactly, don't say
let's just not even go there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because if you coming at somebody buck and they ain't mean it that way, then you're escalating the situation, which shouldn't have been the case. You should be like, okay, put them to the side. Okay, I didn't like how you said that word. I don't even like you saying that word. So can you not say that around me? You know, anybody else, if they cool with it, but just don't
your
say that
partners
around
is
me.
cool with that shit. You know, y'all could do that just right here, right now. When you with me, I'm not feeling it. So let's just not. And then the person could just be like, "Oh, my bad. You know, don't worry about the shit. I ain't saying it."
But if they come back with the, "Oh, well, everybody else saying it. Oh, I hear it in music all the time. I didn't mean no disrespect, but why can't I say it?" Then that's when I'm gonna really get agitated with you because you're not listening to me.
Exactly.
I'm coming at you nicely. I'm saying don't use
just
word around me.
You politely, don't use it around
but you
me.
want to argue
get
and
in
fight
the car,
me.
You know what I'm saying? Or even if we could still be in the same place. Just you standing directly next to me, don't use it.
Right.
You standing over there with them, you can nigga all day.
Right.
Yeah, because you definitely will read the energy off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I feel like the shit need to just go away. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, okay, so say like for instance, one thing that for me kind of it was like a weird issue, especially like with saying the word nigga and racism. In fact, the thing when it comes to like racism, I feel like people don't never think about the middle people. I really want to, get somebody to do like a documentary or something like that called like The Middle. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by the middle people is when it comes to racism, everything is so black and white. You know what I'm saying? And it's like black people, white people, black people, white people. But it's like nobody ever thinks about the middle people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about all of the mixed kids and mixed people of the world when racism shit happens? Like, you can't choose a side. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, well, I can't just side with the black people, you know what I'm saying? My mama white. I can't just side with the white people, my daddy black. And it's like, there's just like a thing where it's like, you don't know what the fuck to do in that type of, instance. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'll say, one of my grandmas is white. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I say something smart to my grandma and she hit me with a nigga please, it's not gonna be like, "Grandma, what the fuck you just say?" You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, for one, that's my grandma. You know what I'm saying? And then for two, I feel like some people, they pay their dues. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we talking about my grandma. You know what I mean? My mom she just turned 60. You know what I'm saying? Which means that my grandma is way older. And my grandma was riding with my grandpa during a time when this shit was really not cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, I gotta kind of give her props for that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because she was one of those people that was like, I'm finna go out here with my black husband and my mixed babies and not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was there, something go down, she'll be the one to jump up and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she be ready to fight, she be ready to fucking stab a nigga, like, whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like, now she's never said the word, but I'm just saying, if she ever did, it wouldn't be something to where I'd be like, grandma, you white, you know, you ain't supposed, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, nigga, my grandma is a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, she done fucking rolled for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, during the time where it's like they could have went to certain places and got fucking stomped for being together. You know what I'm saying? And they still would be out and about like, I dare a motherfucker to say something. You know what I mean?
I get that. So again, that's again by preference. If you feel comfortable with your grandma saying that, then say that. Like if you're an adult, I mean, because if you're little, then you ain't got no power over it anyway. She gonna keep saying it. But like if I'm like 20 something years old and I'm coming around my grandma, she's white. I don't like her saying that word. Even though she did have a history before, then she should respect that. I don't like that word around me, you know, coming from you. You know what I'm saying? But again, you even though you have white and black parents, that don't mean like, how can I say this? Because you see this in media now, where you have a black mom or black dad, white mom or whatever, and for some reason, the black man comes off as a coon or something like that because.
Just because he would have white girl.
No, it's just like I can't express. Let me see. How can I word this?
I mean, because I get what you're saying because it do seem like that.
It's not. It's yeah. Because you see, like if you ask a lot, like I see, like on YouTube and stuff, like these kids be going around the mall asking people questions. Would you rather a black girl or a white woman? You know, stuff like that. That comes off to me as like coonery because you allow the white woman to say whatever she wants to, and the white woman feels like she's a part of the culture now and stuff like that because she's around these black people and these black people worship. You know, these black men be worshiping these white women, and then they feel like, okay, well, I can say this, I can do this, I can put cornrows in my head. You know, like the Kardashians and shit like that. And I feel like that's when they start feeling like they're a part of the culture, but when it's actually time to be, you know, for the culture, they're never around and stuff like that. So I feel like when you say, like, even though your grandma is white and she was back then, you know, with the black dad and they could have been killed, that still don't mean nothing because that still could have been like, at the end of the day, she's white. If anything, they was gonna kill the husband than the grandma because she's white. They gonna make up some reason like, oh, okay, he was holding you captive, or are you okay?
It just depends on where you at because a lot of white people got fucked up for siding with the black
That's
people.
true too.
You know what I'm saying? Because like what was it? Oh, in the movie Selma, you know, they talked about how when Martin Luther King and the people were, you know, marching, they were doing their little walk or whatever, and they were crossing that bridge, and then they got to the one little town and shit like that, and it's like a couple of the white dudes that was hanging with them was, you know, trying to eat at a diner or something like that. And the motherfucking white people was like, oh yeah, you want to be out here hanging with these niggas and shit, right? And fucking drug their asses out and beat them to death. Like, they kill the white people out there, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
alright,
like, you know what I mean? And then it's like that type of situation just make you almost kind of feel like, well, like, what exactly does one have to do to sort of get a pass? You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody rides with you that much to where these motherfuckers got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely got to let them niggas say nigga, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, again, that's all about preference. I mean, if you're okay with that and like you know the history and you know that your grandma ain't mean it any type of way, then I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying, preference. I mean, that's cool. But if I'm like somebody who's probably never been around my grandma that much or something like that, and I come around her like every so often, she just happen to say nigga this, nigga that, I'm like, grandma, what the fuck? You know, so I mean, that's again, it just depends on the person, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you cool with that, then I mean, say it. But if I'm not cool with it, then that's it. Because if you bring me around your grandma and she's just having to say nigga, I don't feel comfortable with that. Because maybe I had like a history, a past of white people calling me the N-word and stuff like that, and I feel like, okay, she means it in a weird way because I'm not used to being around your grandma. Then don't say that. Tell your grandma don't say that around me. She can say that around you, but don't say that around me. So that just depends on the person. That's why I'm good.
So it's just a preference. Everybody just needs to communicate.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, you know, because
don't fly off the handle.
Yeah, true.
Just let a motherfucker know, like, hey, I'm one of the people that's not feeling when people not black say that shit.
Right.
So could you just not say it around me? If you
Right.
cool and you say that with other people, then you know what I'm saying.
And
Good
they
for
cool
you,
with that,
but
yeah.
let's just keep the nigga to a minimum while you right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For you fuck around and catch these hands.
Right. Exactly. Old ass ladies can get it too. Old women can get it. Yeah. So it just depends on the person. I mean, like me, I used to have Hispanic boy. He used to say the N-word, and I was cool with him. So I mean, I didn't mind him saying it, you know. But if I get around somebody who's not cool with it, you know, shut the fuck up, don't say that word. You know what I'm saying? You should know better. You should know. So, I mean, to me, it just depends on the person. I do not like when white people say the word, mostly because I'm not cool with white people like that, and I see a lot of times white people are just like fake like that. But that's just me, and that's just what I see. Again, I don't know because I'm not around white people. I'm just going based off of what I see in media and what I hear a lot. You know, from white people, like, cause they be so cool to your face, you know, homeboy this, homeboy nigga this, nigga that, but then they go around your back and they talk shit about you. But that's just based off of what I see. I don't know.
And that ain't cool neither. But then, like again, I said that's the type of energy you can read.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like that same energy when you gone and you talking shit will stay with you when you come around me trying to be cool, talking about what's up, my nigga.
That's true.
And then it's like I can feel that you don't mean it in the right way. You finna get your ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bob, don't fucking do it.
Right. It's always Bob. Bob is it's always Bob.
Bob,
right.
don't fucking do it, my nigga. I don't like the way it sounds when it comes out of your mouth.
Right.
So we just not gonna do that shit.
Right. Exactly.
Man. So yeah, okay, so on this like racism shit, so when it comes to like these lockouts, you know, and blackouts and shit like that, like who you fucking with and who you not fucking with, and did you stop fucking with anybody and start back up, or are you still not fucking with people?
Because you talking about doing the lockdowns and stuff like that?
The lockdowns and like say like the companies that did they little racist moves and shit, and everybody was like fucking boycott. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on?
I mean, a lot of times you can't really like Walmart or something like that. It just depends on the company. Like Target, everybody was going after Target, but a lot of them people that was going after Target are still shopping at Target. Like a lot of these places, it's not gonna change anything. Like Chick-fil-A, I really don't like Chick-fil-A, but I went like. Ooh, it's been
I'm
a minute.
not a huge fan of Chick-fil-A either. I have no idea why people love that shit so much out here.
I like
it's
it
cool.
because of the service, but the thing is like, because I'm about to forget my train of thought.
Chick-fil-A now.
Yeah. So you know, Chick-fil-A is associated with they backed up Trump, and a lot of people canceled them for that, and then they're not big on gay people and stuff like that as well. So I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in like a couple of months because of that, but I went recently because they're fast service. I know what I'm gonna get when I go to them as far as like going to a Popeyes. I don't know what they be doing in there. They don't be cleaning up after themselves. Chick-fil-A, they're cleaner. They're fast service, fresh food and stuff like that. So it just depends. As far as like me, who I wasn't fucking with during the lockdown, I wasn't fucking with Chick-fil-A. I just recently got back with them, but I'm gonna stop again because I don't really need their services and shit like that because I don't like what they be doing.
I also have not fucked with Chick-fil-A since that shit.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, people gonna stay like cancel culture. People are gonna cancel what they want to for a certain amount of time, but then
niggas be trying to cancel
everything. But then they gonna go right back to them because again, I was the same way. I canceled Doja Cat after the whole black thing. Like they were saying she was in these group chats with these white folks talking all this racist shit and stuff like that, and then she made a song back then about. I forgot what they were saying about the song, how it was like kind of like making fun of police brutality or something like that. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but she was saying something racist in the song. So I counseled her for a minute, but I seen all these people, these black people, because she's light skinned, you know how they be acting and stuff like that. So and then I think who was that rapper? He came out the Doja Cat because
you know how y'all light skins be acting.
Yeah. So It just depends, but for me personally, I counseled Doja Cat, but I got back with her because I seen other influencers, black influencers that I look up to. They forgave her, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just let when she don't do it again. Don't do this shit again. We're cool. But as far as like what you were saying, you're right. But as far as what you were saying about canceling, I didn't really cancel nobody. As far as like friends and stuff goes, I don't really hang out with myself. You know, I'm really like an introvert. I like staying to myself a lot of times. So. it's not really. I only have like 2, 3, no more than a handful of friends and stuff like that, and they pretty cool. As far as that goes, I didn't really no. Cause it's like you can't really counsel some people like Walmart and stuff like that with the whole black beauty products, how they locking up the beauty products for the black people. You gonna still go to Walmart because they have everything. They're like convenient. It's like stuff you just can't like. No matter what you do, they're such a big company. It won't matter if you stop shopping there because they still gonna get other people that's gonna shop there because everybody shops at Walmart. So
you can't stop shopping there, but you can steal.
Right, you can steal from their asses, but again,
fuck them.
They'll get the taxes. They'll get it back in taxes.
They fucking taxing everybody anyway. You know what I'm saying? All of them companies do that shit. They be fucking buying this shit for fucking 5 cents a unit and then turn around put it in the show for $10.
Right. So that's how they make their profit. I mean, but I ain't mad at it. But at the same time,
don't get caught.
Yeah,
but I'm saying shit. You want to swipe something, shit.
Well, what about you though?
Okay, talking about me, I don't play. I don't know how it is with everybody else, but when some shit go down for me and it's, been told that we not supposed to fuck with them no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of them ride or die. You know what I'm saying? Like, look me in my eyes, y'all. Ever since the Kaepernick shit and we were supposed to boycott football, I have not watched a fucking game.
Oh, that's the
and I still have not watched the game. And I'm waiting on this nigga Kaepernick to be back on the field. That nigga get picked up by somebody and is back playing, then I'll go back to watching football. I'm not watching that shit. Okay. Fuck that shit. I boycott some shit, nigga. I ride with that shit. Right. But let me tell you, boy, I'll be mad than a motherfucker sometimes.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Because when they said to boycott Gucci, nigga, I was like,
yeah. I don't really care about big brands like that.
I was just getting ready to give me some shoes, Gucci. Alright. But still at the same time, no, I don't fuck with Gucci.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck Gucci. I haven't bought nothing from them niggas since we was told to boycott because they want to do their little fucking bullshit and fucking put monkeys on clothes and shit like that. Man, you better get out of here with that bullshit.
And I be seeing people with the masks. You see them people with the masks, it's like a black mask. It has like, the eyes are like X's, but it has red lips on it. I be like, that's blackface. What the fuck? I be seeing people come in there with a Home Depot. I don't know if they know that, but it looks like blackface. It looks like blackface. Big ass, it's this big red thing right here, and then you got the eyes, and then the mask is
smile too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly how they used to do us back in the day. So that shit look real suspect.
Yeah, no people.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of white friends, so no offense to my white friends, but you know how y'all white people be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sneaky than a motherfucker. For sure be like, let's put some shit in here. Nobody will know, they won't catch us. We think it's funny. And it's like, no, that shit ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? Just like, who was it? K&G or H&M, one of them put the little boy in the sweater and he was the monkey in the jungle.
21, isn't it? Forever 21 or something like that. I think it was Forever 21.
Nah, it was
it
was either H&M. Yeah, I think it was H&M. I don't think it was no K&G because H&M is bigger than that. Yeah, it was H&M. Had that sweater, the coolest monkey in the jungle. And then you gonna put that shit on a little black kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, how stupid for one thing, even on another kid, the sweater seems borderline racist because it's like anybody looking at that shit is gonna go, okay, I'm not finna get that for my kid. I'm not finna have you walking around here, monkey in the jungle or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, why y'all didn't put that on somebody else? You purposely put the coolest monkey in the jungle on the little black boy. You know what I'm saying?
And then when Dove did that shit with they soap when they had that commercial where the black girl put the Dove on and then she took a shower and she came out white or something like that. People canceled Dove for that shit.
What the fuck?
That was a good minute ago. Like, yeah, she had the bar Dove soap. She was black, and then she put it on, and she came out. It was a white woman that came after that, and so they made it seem like, because I put Dove on, it's gonna make me white and shit like that. So people canceled Dove because of that.
Fuck?
So yeah, it's but a lot of people started using Dove again because Dove, for some reason, it's good for their skin or whatever. Because a lot of people have eczema, and Dove is good for that shit.
Oh
so,
yeah.
It just you just can't counsel some people.
Yeah,
I mean, you can try, but I mean, they gonna still make a profit, whatever. I mean, people just be counseling people just for whatever,
Right. But here's the thing, though. Y'all niggas need to stop fucking bullshitting when it comes to this canceling and this boycotting and shit.
That's why people don't take it serious.
If you gonna fucking do that shit, fucking do that shit. Don't give these motherfuckers no more money, no more attention, no more none of that shit, man. They keep fucking doing dumb shit because they like, these niggas gonna be mad for a minute and they gonna be back on that shit. Stop fucking doing that shit. I have not watched a game. I have not bought a speck of motherfucking Gucci. I have not been to fucking Chick-fil-A not one fucking time. Not even when my kids be like Chick-fil-A and I be like, Chick-fil-A, we gonna go to churches. Right. We'll go get that El Pollo Loco. Fuck that shit. Right. Or I'll just be like, Chick-fil-A, don't y'all want Happy Meals? And then they, Happy Meals?
Right. They don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking did that shit, man. I don't fucking play. Anytime anybody that want to fucking do some shit and I get told to fucking boycott, I'm not fucking with y'all niggas no more. Mm-hmm. Period. You played the game. I don't like it. So we are fucking done. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it's just really frustrating because it's like, damn, man, I really want everybody to be on their toes now because it's like, come on.
Yeah,
y'all can't be having me boycott everything, man.
People can't. You can't boycott. A lot of people, you can't boycott football. Man, you yourself. I'm surprised my damn self. But
I'm good.
People, yeah, they love, especially now that football is like, it's not as, it's still big, but it's like it's the difference because it's not like people can go to the stadiums and shit like that. They can watch it on TV. For the longest, they were just playing like the same football games over and over. Mm-hmm. Now they're starting to put new episodes and shit out.
Right.
So it's
and people love their
people love their football. People love their teams. You know, people love I don't know. It's just something with football. I can't get into it, so I couldn't tell you what the fuck. So running back and forth through a field doing. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. But, I was always like that too. Yeah. I got into football like recently. It was just like a few years back. And my team, by the way, is the Texans. Even though I'm from California, but I'm just one of those people where it's like if I'm gonna like something, mm-hmm. I'm gonna like it because of why I like it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I started watching football because of the Texans. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew people who were doing the little number pot. You know what I'm saying? Where you bet on, like, it's basically a sheet with squares on it. Mm-hmm. And then there's numbers, in between, and people write in their name in the square. Oh, okay. And you put money on that square. And then at the end of every quarter, mm-hmm. if the numbers that's, on the score mm-hmm. line up with your numbers on the shit, then you win like a portion of the pot. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Nice. So it's like if there's a whole bunch of money in the pot, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the quarter or something like that, your numbers come up and you just won $50. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you try to get your numbers on all of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you can really clean up, you know what I'm saying? Or at least get more than one, but the pot always be higher, you know what I mean? Because it's like the type of people I was dealing with is motherfuckers that's like, I'm putting 50s in, you know what I'm saying? So that way, when you win, you getting like a couple $100 off the shit. So because of the pot and always watching the Texans games and getting into football because of the Texans, that's why it was just like, oh, well, the Texans is my team. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who got me interested in football because watching to see if I'm gonna win money mm-hmm. got me actually paying attention to the team and the players and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I started getting into the shit, so it's like, oh well, this is gonna be my team because y'all the ones that got me on this thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, other than that, because I'm from California, I think I'm supposed to like the Rams.
Yeah, I don't know how or
the Raiders.
I don't even know what that is, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about, So.
Yeah, never was really a huge sports person like that, though, just because I thought the same thing. I felt like sports was kind of dumb because I'm like, every sport is the same exact thing.
It really is.
You're running from one side of something to the other side of something else.
I can see it was like
throwing the ball in something, mm-hmm. or you carrying it, or you kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same.
You missed it.
Shit.
I get like the whole the hidden part, but I don't know. I just don't understand it. I feel like it was like
it's definitely way more fun to play.
That's why I'm thinking like it's fun, because you can really do shit with playing it.
Now, when it comes to some MMA, those of y'all that know me being a retired cage fighter, like MMA is my shit, boy. I get into that shit. I be watching that shit, boy. They do some shit and I be like, oh, I see it. He about to get that armbar. He about to get that. Oh, he going for that guillotine.
No, that's different.
You finna get that triangle. Look, the body triangle. Look at the stomach. He about to get him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be on that shit, boy, because that is my shit right there. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
But yeah, no, seriously though, like something get canceled, something get boycotted. I did that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I keep it dead until something happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, in order for me to fuck back with Gucci would have to come out with like a whole fucking apology and be like, we apologize and we gonna donate, you know, $5 million to, you know, black colleges.
Who gonna hold them accountable for that? Because we don't know if they doing that shit or not. So
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Show me the receipts for sure, though. Show me the receipts for sure, though. You know what I'm saying? I need the black colleges to be like, yeah, we got the check. You know what I'm saying?
Name the colleges that you gave the donation to, so that way we can ask the colleges.
We can ask them
if they do it. Don't just say, I'm gonna donate this to colleges.
Exactly.
What colleges? We don't know. You might donate to a white majority college.
Apologize.
Do it to the black colleges. You know what I'm saying?
Now, don't quote me on this though, but I would say not to donate to BLM, because if I'm not mistaken, the BLM, you know, company or whatever is actually owned by some white people. They basically jumped on it. Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to look it up just to make sure I'm correct on this shit.
Yeah.
But I had heard that there was like a Black Lives Matter, you know, movement, like company. You know what I'm saying? And the company is actually owned by white people. They jumped on the shit when everything was jumping off, just to be like, because they knew people was gonna be donating. Like, Black Lives Matter, people gonna donate like crazy. Let's fucking start this company, patent the name, grab every motherfucking thing, and look like we Black Lives Matter when we actually not.
And that's why it's kind of hard for me to donate sometimes, because I just feel like, one, the donation doesn't go to nothing. It goes to the person who's like behind the thing, and I feel like they just gonna pocket the shit. Two, like, for that reason. So that's why it's kind of like, you gotta really do your research and know who and where to donate to. Like during the hurricanes, a lot of them was doing scams about, you know, taking the money from they was stealing money from the celebrities when they was donating to the city and shit that. You gotta do your research. Like the Red Cross, they be saying like how they was pocketing a lot of that money. Back when
Red fucking Cross. Come on.
Yeah. You gotta be careful.
Exactly. Just like when you see those commercials on TV about the kids in other countries that are starving and shit. Like, how fucking long these kids gonna starve? Because I know people is donating to that shit, and they donate millions of dollars to that shit. They could have built all type of fucking villages and shit out there. You know what I'm saying? So why is there still kids out there with flies on their face and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Why the spokesperson always look fat than the motherfucker? Like, you looking healthy as shit, nigga. You should be looking sick. You really trying to help these people, nigga? Whatever food that you got, you could have been handing it to the kids, and you be in the commercial like, please help them because I'm out here dying, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nah, these motherfuckers just be out here like, yes, please help the kids, and then the motherfucking director be like, cut, and that nigga be like, oh, okay, bet, and jump in this Jeep.
They go back to the
resort and be eating steak, eating fucking giraffe and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. Come on, man. That shit is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah. It's all a scam to me. That's why I say you gotta really do your research on who and where to donate to. You just because it's on a commercial, just because it's a big company, don't mean that they're looking out for the little people. They probably get 75% of that money, if not more than that shit. They probably get 90%. They just get 10% to the, you know, to the less fortunate, some shit like that. But yeah, you just gotta really like.
Hell yeah.
Everybody's want money, so.
Exactly. Yeah, so we on here talking about niggas.
We went from niggas to cancel culture to football to MMA.
But we still going, because now I'm going back to something that this nigga said earlier. But it's all in the same realm. You know what I'm saying? We still niggas and racism and all that. It's all the same realm. So we going to go back to what he was talking about earlier when he said, you know, how y'all light skins be. Okay, now.
Yeah, he couldn't wait for that shit. He couldn't wait.
Now, here is my thing.
Cause you are
I don't have a problem.
So yeah, what?
I'm caramel.
No, you're not caramel. I'm more caramel.
No, you toffee. That, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get the colors right, man. You like a toffee because toffee
you say you caramel.
Caramel. Toffee is caramel, and it's darker. You know what I'm saying? So yes sir. Okay. But no, okay. So here's the thing about
y'all. Let me know. Y'all say in the comments what color this nigga is. I say he light skin. He's like vanilla wafer a little bit. You know what I'm talking about?
Hell no, this nigga's way lighter than me.
Yeah, true.
I do need some sun though. But okay, so here's my thing about the whole, you know, light skins and different shit like that. My issue is, for one, there shouldn't be no competition. You know what I'm saying? We all black folk. You know what I mean? It don't matter if you light skin, if you dark skin, if you brown skin, if you purple skin, if you blue black, nigga, it don't matter. We all black people. We should just all be loving each other regardless. But here is my issue when it comes to the colorist. That's what they call it.
Yeah, that's a lot of issues with them motherfuckers.
The colorist. Why is it not a big deal when people say they like dark, but a big deal when people say they like light? That is, now you might have a different experience, but that is what I've always experienced. If I'm around some people and they're talking about their preferences, it's like whenever somebody's like, "Ooh, I love me some chocolate. I love me some dark skin. I love me a dark da-da-da-da." People always be like, "Ooh, yes, dark skin. Ooh, they be on it. Ooh, yes, I love me some dark, that chocolate and da-da-da-da." But then it's like, as soon as somebody be like, "Oh yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, chocolate is cool." But me personally, you know, I prefer light skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like me some light skin. And then motherfuckers be like, "Well, what's wrong with dark skin? What's wrong with, I mean, what the fuck you trying to say, nigga? Coon ass nigga. Why you talking about you? What, you don't like dark? The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, nigga. You ain't heard that shit." And it's like, chill out. I'm just saying.
Fucking dead. Retarded. You did that too good. I'm fucking dead, because that's how they be too. Goddamn. But I'm about to answer because I'm going to lose my train of thought. So they say that because they be glorifying light skins, like they put light skins on a pedestal. "Oh, I'm light, so I got this good skin, you know, everybody wants me." Because you see it in media all the time. You always see a dark skinned man with a light skinned woman. And it's just the same way with black and white. Like, these black folks be putting these white people on pedestals. Like I said earlier, they go to the mall, they say, "What would you prefer, a white woman or a black woman?" I prefer white, because black people, they do this, they do that, they do this. They downplay another race and they uplift this other race and put them on a pedestal. That's why when you see like a lot of people say, "Oh, I prefer light skinned women," you see like, "Oh, they black and shit." They be talking about how they like light skins. They don't like dark skinned women because they do too much. They always argue and they do this, they do this. You don't have to. You can say that you like women. You can say that you like a certain color, but you don't have to like downplay another color. We asked you what you like. We didn't ask you why didn't you like another race. You know what I'm saying? That's when people are like, "Oh, why are you doing all this? What's wrong with dark skinned women?" And you don't see it in media at all. Like, a lot of people do not like dark skin at all. I love dark skin. Like, that's my favorite. But I'm not gonna say, "Oh, light skin." I don't like light skin because everybody else say they like light skins. Light skin is this, light skin that. I love all shades of black, but I love dark skin more. Right. But I'm not gonna downplay the other races. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm just like, that's when you get those.
Yeah, because I'm like, whenever somebody's saying that they like some dark skin, you know what I'm saying? I don't never be like, "Well, what the fuck is wrong with light skin?
That's what I'm saying.
What's wrong with me?"
That's what
you know what I'm saying? I'm not black enough for you. You know, you know what I mean? Like, it don't be like that. But it's like whenever somebody, it's the other way around. Mm-hmm. It's like people always want to be like, "Well, what's wrong with dark? Why you?"
And that's also like, associated with like,
it ain't nothing wrong with dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've dated dark skinned women, you know what I mean? But it's just like, my preference is lighter skin, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I like. Like, and that's what I'm attracted to.
People get offensive when people say that, even though you probably won't be one of those people that downplay another race. But when they hear somebody who say, "Oh, I like light skin," they automatically gonna assume like, "Oh, he's downplaying another race," without even asking that person. So that's another reason why you get those. Like, a lot of people, they just feel like they hear so often, "Oh, I like this light skin race better than dark skin race." I might not be that person, but I'm just going to assume because I'm so used to people saying that. And a lot of people don't praise dark-skinned women. Like, you see all the time, a lot of people just downplay dark-skinned women because they feel like, "Oh, they do too much. They always want to argue. They this, they that." But no, they know what they want and they're not going to accept nothing less. Y'all used to less. That's why a lot of these black men love these white women, because these white women will take care of these black men. Mm-hmm. My friend said that she went on Facebook, and a lot of these white women, they had like a group chat or something, and they was just talking about how they take care of these black men. These black men praise them because they're there for them, hand and foot and stuff like that. That's why a lot of black people like white women. And they feel like white women do more freaky shit than black women. Like, black women say, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat your ass," but white women will, and a lot of black people like that shit. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just don't like that whole
which is not true at all.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No, a lot of white women, they are freaky now. I'll give you that, but like,
yeah, no, they are, but it's like a lot of black women freaky too.
Yeah, they're freaky as well.
Like,
so
a lot of
you just
women
gotta know.
freaky. You
just gotta know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just don't like the whole, putting another race down and uplifting another
like
race.
Like if you have a preference, have the preference, but you don't got to be like, oh, because I don't like them because of this and that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it ain't even none of that for me. It's just, I don't know, just when I see, a fine light-skinned chick, I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? But truth of the matter is, I like fine.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it don't matter what color you are or what shade you are. If she fine, I'm going to be like, what's up?
And like, even if somebody asks you, why don't you like...
She could be fucking tar black.
Right.
But if she fine, I'm going to be like, girl, get over here.
Right. But even still, like, even if somebody does ask you, well, why don't you prefer a dark-skinned race? You can say, oh, well, I had a bad experience once or something. Even though I even saying that, no, I would say more like you still have to downplay another race. But like, I just dated a lot of dark skinned women. I didn't click or something like that. You can still like say it to where it's not like downplaying that race. Just say I didn't have the most best experience one time, and then I went with this race, and I don't know, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's
everybody has a preference, and people just need to leave people alone.
Yeah, for what
when they say they have a preference.
But also don't be like
people always want to argue. I feel like that's niggas just be wanting something to argue about. So it's like, nigga.
Yeah.
I said I like, I like apples. Well, I like oranges. What's wrong with oranges, nigga? Nothing, nigga. I just said I like apples. Like, chill the fuck out.
Right. That goes back to what you see on social media, though, because social media has been the reason why a lot of people do that, because a lot of these rappers be talking about how they love light skins, and you see what's this the baby's girlfriend, she's not even fucking light skinned. She made a song recently talking about light skinned baddies and shit like that. She's not even light skinned.
And then
she
like
got
a little darker than me. You know what I'm saying?
She's white. They say she's white.
No, she's not.
She's from the Dominican.
Not white. She's
from the Dominican, but she's like a white Dominican. She's not like,
you know what I'm saying? To them, definitely.
Yeah, so and she was just like, well, why can't I say make a song for light skinned baddies when people be doing that for dark skinned baddies? I'm like, where? They don't be doing that for my bad. They don't be doing that for dark skinned women. You see it rappers, they praise light skinned women. You don't be seeing like rappers talking about how dark skins are this and that. You do, but they're not mainstream. You see mainstream rappers talking about light skins.
Really the only like true 100% dope dark skin line from a rap song came from Tupac.
Right.
And that nigga said they say the blacker the better.
Right, exactly.
And
you see how long ago that shit was?
That, you don't really
you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
And the fact that she's not even like light skinned, you making this song, that was just so that was stupid. So that's what I'm saying. Like you see stupid shit like that in the media all the time. Which he's the here. So that's why you see all the time people get defensive, because they just automatically assume like you like this race because you're downplaying this race, and it's just something that you see on social media. So I just feel like that's why people like to argue and stuff, because they just want to figure out where your head is at. Like, why do you want to downplay another race? You can like this race, but
I think people also need to check their background. Check your background, because sometimes if you wonder something about yourself, you'll figure it out by just figuring out where the fuck you came from. Because I did that. Because like I said, I prefer light skin, but I also have a thing for Latinas. You know what I'm saying? And I always wondered that, because it wasn't just like, oh, I just like them better or something like that. Like, I just really be attracted to them. And I'm just always like, you know what? Why? What is it about these Spanish girls that be having me like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? So then that's when I start, this was like years ago. I started, because I know where I came from, but at the same time, I had to figure out like other shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've always known that my family comes from the Bahamas and from Belize, which technically means that I'm not even black. Like on an application, I would check Pacific Islander. You know what I'm saying? So, going deeper into that shit and just being like, what is it about Latinas? Like, why do I fucking like them and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Then come to find out, nigga, way back in the day, Belize wasn't even its own country. Belize was a part of a region called British Honduras.
Come on, American history. Come on, we about to get into it.
Okay.
We went for this Black History Month, but we about to go to American history.
So Belize at one point was called British Honduras. It's Honduras. which everybody knows Honduras is just another type of Latino.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So finding that out made me be like, oh, so now I kind of understand it. Like, I'm basically have, you know what I'm saying, Spanish in me, which would explain why I be attracted to that, you know what I'm saying,
right.
when I get around. It's just like always been like, what is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think they sexy and shit, but it's like something really be having me like, hell yeah. And it's like I had to just figure out what it was, and it's like now I get it. I'm part Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you do be attracted to your own, you know.
Like me, I love black. Like I'll date outside my race, but I prefer black, any shade of black more than anything. So yeah.
Dark skin especially.
Dark skin especially. But it fluctuates. Sometimes I do like brown skin. It just fluctuates, but it's still within the black.
Brown skin.
Yeah, I love brown skin, light skin, dark skin.
I love your brown skin.
Right. I fucking did. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, well, I guess we covered a whole lot.
Yeah, we went full circle.
Everything.
Full circle.
And that's today's episode on niggas.
Bye-bye.
See y'all next week on another episode of Man Cave.